hurricane season has been pretty quiet throughout South Louisiana, except for one place, and that is right here in Prairieville. The Prairieville Hurricanes are set to blow into Dutchtown tonight to renew Ascension Parish's newest rivalry. The Griffins are coming off a huge win last week, and they are looking to continue their offensive dominance. Will it be the Griffins or the Hurricanes? We'll find out together live on the REV Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Here we are, Cypress Roofing, a woman-owned roofing company specializing in insurance claims.
With the hurricane season right around the corner,
give us a call.
Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Title.
B.T. Chapman and A.J. Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Dutchtown High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections.
Good evening, everybody. As the Griffins make their way to the field, I'm Jimmy Frederick, along with me, my broadcast partner, Patrick Email. Patrick, this is a beautiful night for football. Kind of cooled down just a tiny bit, at least it feels like it did, but it's going to heat up on the field because these two teams are really starting to build a rivalry here. They're just down the street from each other.
Yeah, well, the temperature on my phone said
it was only 84, but it was a heat index. And there's going to be a heat index on that field tonight. So you're right. Looking forward to seeing the growth between the two teams, Jimmy, from the Jamboree, which was only 4 weeks ago.
Right.
And Ascension Parish has done that traditionally. EA Santamar used to play the Jamboree, but then they played week 10. So there was a long time between them. Now there's only 4 weeks.
We're going to lay out and listen to the Dutchtown Sound play the national anthem. Beautiful rendition by the band. Of course, they always do such a great job. Let's take a look at our coach's notebook, Patrick. You got Mike Schmidt, who's only in his second year, but he's really starting to put his stamp on this program a little bit.
Yeah, I got to get my mic where I can talk to you. Talk to friends of mine. They said he's instilling discipline in the program, and we'll see if we'll see growth on the field as well as their players continue to grow. They're all a year older than they were last year. I was very impressed with the quarterback in the Jamboree for Prairieville, and then of course they got a nice side left tackle that will probably play on Saturdays.
Absolutely. Mike Schmidt right there. He is 77 and 74 overall in his 14th year as a head coach, only the second year here at Prairieville. And looking across the way, of course, Guy Mistretta has been here for 9 years, and he has had a storied career at Redemptorist, at Livonia, all over the place. And, in fact, these two coaches actually coached together back at Redemptorist. But Guy has done such a great job with this program, 8-2 last year, and share the district crown.
It's a totally different challenge than when Guy walked in the door in 2017. That was coming after Benny Saya, and they needed to kind of turn the program around, but they had numbers.
Right.
And since Prairieville opened, I don't know how many of those guys would be starting. Last year, very few. This year, obviously, a few more, but it took away the depth. So now you have to figure out a way to get more younger guys into the lineup and ready to play quicker when you're lacking those numbers.
Well, they lost everybody on defense, I believe, to graduation, and a lot. I think they'll have 2 starters back, or maybe 3 coming back from the offensive squad. So they did lose a lot from last year's team. There you saw Guy Mistretta right there. Last year, well, it was a tough one for Prairieville, as you would kind of expect. Dutchtown won 49-0 over over Prairieville. And then, of course, last week, Dutchtown easy over Collegiate Baton Rouge, and Riverside beat Prairieville 40-23.
Yeah, Prairieville last year, I think they won week 1, and then they won week 10, and that was their 2 wins, kind of sandwiching the season. So you ended on a good note. But this year, they didn't play the same team week 1. They played the team out of Lafayette that the head coach that was at Lafayette Christian,
yep,
that played at LSU, that's got some good players at that school, and they're going to be a challenge. I don't know if I'd keep them on the schedule. And then last week, I think Prairieville was missing a few players and played against my alma mater at Riverside.
Well, let's talk about the keys to this one. What's it going to take for Prairieville to win this game, and, of course, what Dutchtown needs to do. But for Prairieville, they've got to win the turnover battle. They really put the ball on the ground a few times against Riverside, I believe. They also chart wrapping up tackles and the tackles that they break. It's something very important to Coach Schmidt. And then they've got to shut down those explosive plays. They've been giving up a lot of them.
That's all very key stuff, and like I told you before, if Prairieville wants to win, they can't play like Army did last night and fall behind 21-0, right, and then they become predictable. And that Harrow defense that likes to dial up the big play there and cause turnovers that we talked about, and a lot of young people, and if they're good on defense this year, they'll be better next year, because you're right, they don't have very many seniors on defense.
Prairieville will receive the opening kickoff. Let's take a look at Dutchtown's keys. They've got to play with passion. One of the things that Coach Mistretta said, is that they have given the opportunity for Prairieville to feel like they can beat them because of the Jamboree. The Jamboree we can talk about as we get going, but they've got to play with passion, win the line of scrimmage, and they've got to open up that running game.
Yeah, I think winning the line of scrimmage is the key to any ball game, and I'm not sure if they won it. Last week they obviously did with Collegiate. Then against Ponchatoula, I think they won it. They had some nice runs by Owen Fletcher, the quarterback, and then they didn't win it against Madison Prep. But Madison Prep is loaded with 300-pounders, and I don't think Prairieville is going to bring that. But I think the passion is the thing, because Prairieville, you think, is that they want to win more than Dutchtown, because they want to get that first win.
Yeah. Charlie Green is set to receive the kick from at about his own 10-yard line. And kicking off, a surprise, said Guy Mistretta, is Oakley Rutson. He has really done a great job as place kicker this year so far.
He's done a good job. Looked good on field goals. Didn't look good last week. But prior to that, and he had that kickoff, that field goal, the last play of the first half, and the Jamboree to give the Griffins the lead and ultimately the difference in the game.
We do not have a scoreboard or a clock at the moment, so we're going to have to kind of follow things on the field, and we're underway here. It is Dutchtown and Prairieville. This kickoff goes into the end zone. Doesn't happen very often in high school, but a touchback is pretty darn good for a kicker. Let's take a look at our offensive starting lineup for Prairieville. Skylar Kelly is the new quarterback. Taj Wallace is the running back. Your three receivers are Daigle, Jackson, and Detman. Tight end will be Parker Faced. Across the front, they're pretty good. Scholes, Gill, Creel, Quibido, who is 6'3", 315, will be at right guard, and then Abram Ogeron will be out there as well.
Detman, that got to be Coach Detman's son. He was over at Prairieville, came over from Lutcher. So he's been up and down. He's from Minnesota.
Oh, really? A little different climate.
To say the least.
1st and 10 for the Prairieville Hurricanes. It will be Kelly taking it himself. He's run a lot this year. He won't get much, maybe a yard on forward progress. They'll give him 2.
Yeah. Hanbury, the younger brother of the legend that I was going to talk about earlier, talking about the high school player going to college, and he was one of the best that ever wore the purple and black for the Griffins. And I didn't see him early on against LSU. He's running number 2 at free safety, I believe, for Southeastern right now.
Brings up 2nd and 8. Again, under center, Skylar Kelly. He's got almost 500 yards on the ground in 3 games. This time he's going to hand off to Wallace, and Wallace will barrel his way to the 25-yard line. Let's take a look at the defensive starters for Dutchtown. We'll go like this. Across the front, you've got Jake Monson is your defensive end. A.J. Price and Drew Price, very good tackles. They are not related. Carter Rentz is your other defensive tackle. Your linebackers are Edmonds, Hanbury, and cornerbacks Dunn and Malansaw. And in the backfield is Odom, Rizzuto, and Brumfield.
I guess they hoping Prairieville pays the price.
Nice use of the lingo. Quick pass, slant, caught by the tight end. Number 23, Parker Faced. He was split out wide. He gets the first down, a pickup of about 9.
A nice throw and catch. He threw a nice ball in the Jamboree. A lot of times over the outside shoulder, only where his guy could get it. That was easy. The cornerback's got to take away the inside and forced a harder throw.
Last week in the loss to Riverside, Skylar Kelly threw for 178 yards and rushed for 166, changing the play at the line of scrimmage. And it's 1st and 10. He'll take it himself on the option. He'll kick it back. This will be Taj Wallace, turns the corner, still on his feet, running out of bounds at about the 40. Pick up a 6.
Good job by Prairieville's, I think it's tight end or kind of wing back. That ball continued outside. That's a tendency for that guy to grab him, but the referee kept the flag in his pocket and enabled Prairieville to get to the edge.
The one thing that's different about this offense for Prairieville this year is that they're not condensed. Last year they were kind of like a wing eye team. This year they're a spread. They're going sideline to sideline. 2nd and 4.
Well, I think they were still searching for their identity. They got a new OC this year.
Be a handoff to Taj. Taj spins his way for a 1st down, picks up 7. Make it 6.
Nice run up the middle and pulling old-fashioned football, pulling both guards to play side. Running back did a good job of finding the hole.
Well, and that's one of the keys that they really pay attention to, that yard after contact and breaking tackles, and he broke 2 that time. But his spin move was pretty nifty.
That's 2 first downs for Prairieville. Good drive to start the game.
Ball at the 46-yard line of Prairieville. Right now, the offensive line is doing a very good job, and there's another pass to Face. Face breaks a tackle and then is wrapped up by number 2 that time, Scott Brumfield.
Scott Brumfield, one of the team captains, had a great summer. But, Prairieville's doing a good job mixing it up. A little quarterback run, running back run, a little short passing game. There's always the pressure, Jimmy, of got to get pressure on the quarterback.
Right.
But a lot of teams get rid of it so fast that it don't really matter how dominant you are up front and a great pass rusher.
2nd and 3. Handoff this time on the end around. He's got some running room. This will be Jackson, and Jackson gets another 1st down, picking up about 8.
Yep.
Moving the chains, man.
Good decision. A little bit of a read by the quarterback, and he gave it. Good decision.
Coach Smith said that Skylar Kelly really does a good job of reading his keys, making those good decisions. Still working on developing into a passer, but he's got the wheels and he's got the head to make good decisions.
We talked about prior to the game off air about the wide receiver from Brother Martin being a junior and potential 5-star, and I'll finish that thought in a second.
Hand off to Taj off the left side. He's got a big hole. He's at the 20, 15, 10. Forget about it. Touchdown. Touchdown for Taj Wallace.
39 yards.
A big drive, 80 yards, 10 plays, and they really, look at that hole, just nobody there. Good effort for, it looked like Champ Edmonds trying to chase him down from behind, but not in time.
Is that one that's not on the roster?
Who's that?
32.
The extra point is good. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more. It is 7-0. Touchdown just got punched in the mouth. Back after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Well, Dutchtown has some work to do as Prairieville on the Dutchtown home field put it on them on the first drive. Patrick, that was pretty impressive all the way around.
Balance, running, throwing, Quarterback run, talked about Jackson, number 7. He's a sophomore. He's 6'2", 170. Got all the potential. He gets out there on the track in the spring. I have no idea what his 40 time is, but the measurables are there for a young kid already. But they're making Dutchtown play the whole field. They go running between the tackles. They're running from sideline to sideline.
Evan Unser puts his foot into it. Collected at about the 8-yard line. Got a little bit of running room in a hole. Big return that time. 37 yards on the return. That sets up Dutchtown for a nice field position. Let's take a look at the offensive starters for Dutchtown. We go like this. Owen Fletcher taking over. Carter Hedden is the running back. The wide receivers are Messina, Walker Weiss, and Rogers. Your tight end is Zach Dotter. Across the front is McLeod, Kidd, Phillips, Millian, and Lavin.
Yeah, going into the season, they wasn't sure who was going to start at quarterback. Owens had a good start first 3 weeks of the season.
Nowhere to go that time as Prairieville is playing with some abandon.
Well, we talked about it. With the keys for Dutchtown is play with passion.
Yep.
Well, and I told you, Dutchtown has to match Prairieville. And right now, Big Mo is on the other side. Confidence. Prairieville's playing with confidence, and that's half the battle.
Owen, I think, has had to come out of the game because his helmet came off. So Clay Walker Weiss, will go to quarterback for at least one play. Loss of a yard on that last one, 2nd and 11. Handoff up the gut. This is Becknell, I believe, running the football. Good run that time. Let's take a look at the defensive starters for Prairieville. We'll start them like this. Good up front, 2 big tackles. You've got Williams, Ford, Creel. Your linebackers are Clayton, Williams, Mike Schmidt, who's Mike's son, Delapas, Hebert, Scheck-Snyder, Williams, and Turner to start things off defensively. 3rd down and 6. Owens back in the ball game. Fletcher. He'll pull it himself. Nowhere to go. Not opening holes right now. The offensive line is not winning the line of scrimmage at the moment.
Well, they looked like they knew what was coming. Man, they had all 4 defensive linemen on the play. Somebody landed on Fletcher. He comes off a little slow.
Rutson will do the honors of punting for the Dutchtown Griffins. It'll be number 12, Braylon Williams, to receive for Prairieville.
Sent them up 7-0 on Scotlandville for their homecoming.
Our friends Jeff Porsche and David Swacker doing that game.
Jeff Porsche and I are going to see each other about 3:30 tomorrow morning.
That seems a little early for me, my friend.
Yeah, it's not fishing, believe it or not. We're going to Louis Armstrong. We're going to jump on a bird and we're going to Buffalo.
Wow, really?
Yep, go and watch the Saints on Sunday.
Well, that ought to be a fun trip.
Well, Saints are dogs by 16 and a half.
Yes, it's not going to be a good football game, but at least it'll be a good trip.
We're going to see Niagara Falls.
Man.
A friend of mine that came into town, looked like we had a timeout.
I think it's a hydration timeout.
Hydration. We're going to keep it here?
We'll keep it here.
And he came in 2 years ago for Army LSU. And when the schedule came out, he texted me and said, hey, you get here, I got everything covered. So he's got everything covered.
The district, here's how things stand. Sangamon, they are rolling 3-0. Denham Springs, by the way, up on East Ascension right now, 7-0. Denham Springs at 2-1. So is Dutchtown and East Ascension. Live Oak at 1-2. Prairieville at 1-2, and Walker. A little surprised about Walker being 1-2, but I really haven't delved into what their situation is. But they've been very good over the last couple of years.
Well, Dutchtown's got 4 losses in the last 2 years, and not including this year against Madison Prep, so I guess 5. But 3 are to Walker.
Yep.
And 1's to Zachary in the semifinal game. So, yeah, Walker has been a nemesis for the Griffins.
So it's 1st and 10, the second drive of the evening for Prairieville. Kelly puts one man in motion, calls for the football and will take it himself, tries to pick his way through, and this time the defensive front is going to do their job. It was number 25, Monson, coming up with the tackle.
Yeah, no room up the middle right there.
Still no clock. Just want to let everybody know that's the reason you don't see it on your screen, and we're not being able to tell you exactly what the time on the field is.
We do know it's 7-0.
We do know that. And it is Prairieville in the lead. Trying to see if they can even up the series. Kelly, man, he's got an arm as he rolls to his right, threw it off balance, tried to get it to his receiver on the sideline and didn't quite, a little too high for him, but man, he got an arm.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Harrow after that first drive has said, one, you're not going to run the football against me. Playing cover 1, so he's matched up all the way across and telling DBs, hey, we're going to commit everybody to stop the run. Y'all got to take care of the outside. Good coverage on the other side. I think that was Braden Dunn up top. There a flag? There's a flag on the play, so they're probably going to get Braden for being a little close.
5-yard penalty, the first penalty of the night.
Defensive holding is 5 in high school. I don't know what else it could have been.
I don't either. But it brings them now to 2nd and 1.
NFL, that's an automatic first down. That penalty drives me crazy as a defensive coach.
I bet. Skylar Kelly working out of the shotgun. Flanked by Taj. And it will be Kelly. Kelly breaks a tackle. Almost broke another one. Shoestring saving tackle by Brumfield. And another big first down and a great run by the junior quarterback, Kelly.
Yeah. Scott coming off the edge right there. He's got to make a decision. He was in no man's land, option football. You either got to take pitch, you got to take quarterback. There's no dive back, and he didn't take either. And therefore, one man's out the game. Now you still got 2 against 1 on the next level.
Hand it off. Nope, pulls it back. Good read that time by Kelly. And he will pick up another 5 yards. Flag on the play. Could be a holding. We'll see.
I'm not sure. It was down here at the bottom between Montrell and Jackson. Montrell.
By the way,
Rogers and Jackson.
And it looks like it's against DUTCHTOWN again, at least by the indication from the coaching staff. Our referee is Paul Merrill, and it's a big penalty.
That's 15.
Waiting for. I didn't see the signal from Paul Merrill.
I didn't see it either.
So that's 2 penalties back to back against DUTCHTOWN. 1 for 5, 1 for 15. Crosses midfield. The ball at the 44-yard line of DUTCHTOWN. Handoff to Taj, right up the gut. Taj Wallace will take it to the 40. Picks up 4. And I'll give it to him 41, maybe only 3 yards that time.
Well, I mean, the OC for Prairieville, I don't think he's afraid to call anything at the moment. Everything seems to be, I mean, not touchdown ready, but 3, 4, 5 yards ready.
At this point, the offensive line is manhandling the defensive line of DUTCHTOWN. I think they caught him a little flat-footed in the last couple of plays here. Going in motion is faced. This will be a handoff, this time to a new running back.
Hard to see that number with that color. It's pretty, but it's hard to see as a 41.
That is Caden Bartholomew. And
this drive started at the 20-yard line. 3 or 4 first downs.
And Kelly is going to go off the field. And they're going to bring number 8 onto the field, maybe. Charlie Green, who's the backup quarterback. I'm not sure if Kelly has an issue.
I don't know if he's bleeding.
We don't have play clock or game clock.
So I'm looking at him, the trainer over there. Looks like he's just wrapping him up. It's elbow or forearm. That usually indicates, oh, they got him in there. And
he's going deep. Overthrows his intended receiver, but that is a little interesting that you would put a guy in cold and try to throw the bomb. It's an interesting play and almost worked.
You know, a lot of times after a turnover, teams like to go up top early. Well, you put in the backup, and I'm not sure. He may have been the kid that started in the jamboree.
Well, he certainly was played a lot last year, and I thought he was going to be taking over at quarterback this year, but they settled on Skyler, like you said, I think after the jamboree.
But that was a nice. He was open.
Yeah.
Let's see what they're going to call. DUTCHTOWN thought it was going to be offensive pass interference. White had they waved the flag off.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Let's watch it again. He's got plenty of time to throw the football. Got a step on him. I really thought he pulled his jersey a little bit.
Yeah, I think Braden got lucky. Because he was behind him. Left him in the game.
Sticks are showing 2nd down, 2nd and 10. And this will be Charlie Green carrying it up the gut to about the 25-yard line, picks up 5 or 6.
You know, I'm going to look at Prairieville, and I've been beating this drum. You know, LSU's struggling to run the football because they want to go one back and the quarterback not run it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Prairieville's going one back, and they got a little sniffer sometimes, like LSU's got the tight end, but their quarterback is running it. Now you're playing 11 on 11.
Yep, that's a good point. Bartholomew flanking, pass, incomplete. I think there was a little miscommunication on that one. Intended for Cale Daigle. And it brings up 4th down.
That was definitely a miscommunication. I mean, he threw it to an open area, but
right.
it was open because nobody was there. But they threw that little short dump pass. I watched it in warm-ups, and then we watched it on the first drive.
They're going to go for it on 4th down, 4th and 4. Check with and Kelly is back into the ball game at quarterback. Taj Wallace is getting a little breather at running back.
Referee got his hand up.
Gets the play off. Throwing, quick slant, incomplete. Intended for Chance Jackson. And they will get off the field on 4th down. Just a little behind him, but not much. I thought it was a catchable ball.
Yeah, a little bit. I wasn't sure. There was some contact.
That was a little bit further behind him than I thought.
Yeah, and I think the contact came because Jackson slowed down to try to get that ball.
This DUTCHTOWN offense has got to get moving here in the first quarter. They were 4 and out on their first possession. That was a big defensive stop for them because everything was going Prairieville way.
Yeah, you don't score, but, man, you went from the 20 to the 26. So they ate up a lot of clock, got some confidence.
Dropping back, looking for somebody to throw to. He got his man, and that's got to be interference, I would think. He was all over him, but there's no flag.
He was on top of him, but, you know, you got to pull with that right hand, and I don't know if he turned his body enough to say it was interference.
It's a good point. Owen Fletcher threw a pretty decent ball that time into some good coverage. Brings up 2nd and 10.
But I'm getting text messages saying nobody's calling pass interference tonight on either side. So, because if you think about it, the one on the other side was holding.
There's a handoff up the middle trying to establish the run, and they do that. He's got to protect that football. He's slinging it out like a loaf of bread. Gets the first down. That was Carter Hedden.
And you talk about the deep ball that Prairieville threw on first down with the backup. We thought that was interference. So both sides got a little bit to complain about.
We'll let the referees call it from now on. How about that? First down of the night for Dutchtown.
Nice run by Hedden.
He'll get it again. Bounces it outside. Chase down and only gets 2. Hedden will come out of the game. Checking in will be Hayden Becknell.
Becknell's had a little more room tonight, but I'm telling you, the first couple weeks, every time he got the football, there was like 12 guys that hit him.
Wow.
It was unbelievable.
Picked up 2, brings up 2nd and 8. Looking downfield. And it's going to be intercepted in stride by number 24. That's Bryce Glover.
I think there was Derek Walker Vice, I think, stopped. Like he thought it was going to be a hitch, and Owen thought it was going to be a post or a go, and he let it fly, and the DB didn't stop.
Just right in stride for Glover. He will return it about 9, make it about 12 yards. And it'll bring up 1st and 10, just like that. So a punt on their first drive, an interception on the second, and Prairieville has it at their own 36-yard line.
A little bit of what I thought would have been a peel back block right there didn't get called.
Catch to face. Will Dutch shed his tackler like a dirty shirt and get close to a first down? A little bit short.
Yeah, they need Jace to make that tackle right there for a short gain.
Got 8 on the pass play. They're not wasting a lot of time either.
Hard to tell with
it really is.
With no clock, and maybe with a little luck they'll get it on by the end of the. There it is.
So that ends the first quarter. It is 7-0, Prairieville leading Dutchtown. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a lot more football coming up right here on the REV Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Advantage Physical Therapy, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Cypress Physical Therapy.
Well, it has been Prairieville for the first quarter, and they have done a great job. They've had a good game plan, and they've come out and executed it very effectively. Dutchtown has not come out with the passion that Coach Mastretta was hoping they would play with. We'll see if they can ramp that up. It's kind of like what happened in Madison Prep game, where they played really poorly in the first quarter and the first half, and then came back. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough in them to win the game, but they played much better later in the game.
Well, I'm going to tell you, just from the casual eye, I thought Prairieville outplayed Dutchtown in the second half of the Jamboree, and that kind of looks like it's carried over.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, you talked about the passion, and I mentioned it, that they got to match Prairieville because Prairieville's playing with a lot of it and a lot of confidence right now.
Just saw the whole offense underneath the tent getting some coaching on the sidelines. They kind of just dispersed a second ago. So 2nd and 2 now. Kelly puts a receiver in motion. That's Chance. Quick pass into the flats. And he will get the first down, but just barely, I think.
Looks like.
Chance Jackson.
It's funny you should mention that sideline. I was the defensive coordinator in 9, 10, and 11, and we did not have a TV on the sideline that you can coach the players in between series, not even at halftime. No. So technology has grown, and Man, it's nice to be able to see, is that guy in a 3 technique? Is he head up? What route did he run? Who missed the block? Not me, coach. Who missed the tackle? Not me.
Oh, yeah, you want to see it? I'll show you right here. Yeah, it really is amazing that at this level they have that much technology. That time, the defensive line stiffened.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about a TV. The big screen TVs used to be a prized commodity only for the wealthy, and now you can get them pretty easy.
Carter Rentz on the stop. Oh, gain of a yard for Taj Wallace.
Coach Harold excited about something.
A lot of changes to the play by Kelly. Goes and tells his offensive line what's happening. Pulls back, quick slant. Pass is complete to Feist again. Boy, Feist is getting a workout.
Well, that's a little bit, it's probably a play off of what they tried to do earlier, which they hit the first drive, missed when they threw it to the open area, and instead of a quick stop, it was almost like a stop and go, kind of a quick hitch right there, attacking linebackers in coverage.
Jordan Odom, the senior safety, makes the stop. Another first down for the Hurricanes. Cross midfield into Dutchtown territory, a handoff again to Wallace. Wallace will put his foot in the ground and then cut back inside. Pickup of 8.
Yeah. On that the start of that drive, I told you that I thought Dutchtown was playing cover 1. They still got 2 deep.
Mm-hmm.
The latter part of that drive and this one. The challenge of playing cover 1 and playing man-to-man, that I didn't play a bunch of it at the DC, is the back out. Because somebody got to peel off and get that.
Yeah, you really got to communicate on that kind of stuff, don't you? Dropping back, looking for somebody to throw to. He's going to be pressured out of the pocket. He's going to tuck and run himself. He will be chased out of bounds. Coach goes down. But Kelly will pick up a big first down.
Marcelo. You know, for the most part, who stopped Prairieville?
Nobody.
They got stopped on down.
Oh, that was our camera operator that went down.
You know,
Tanner.
Prairieville got
Tanner's alive.
Prairieville stopped themselves on downs.
This is boom. Tanner takes a hit. Good job, buddy. Hang tight. 1st and 10 for the Prairieville Hurricanes.
Taking one for the team.
That's right. Got to stand in there as a cameraman. You don't get to move.
That's the only way to get the good looks.
He'll pump fake, pulls it down. Kelly's running. He has nowhere to go that time. They string out the play nicely. And a good job to make the stop. Carter Hanbury on that stop.
You know, he took a quick pump and then he pulled it down. He obviously didn't like what he saw. But I'm not sure if there was a miscommunication and they were supposed to maybe run a hitch and go and he didn't see the go, or something happened that caused him to tuck it. And
Carter Rentz on that stop as well. Kind of a trio of Griffins. Brings up 2nd and 11. They'll try the same play. It'll be Kelly getting knocked out of bounds. Interesting that he doesn't carry that football. He carries the football on the right side, even though the defense is coming on the right side. Seems like he should carry it in his left hand.
Yeah, that's something, and I don't know the science behind it, but a lot of coaches don't teach it.
Interesting.
I was a big fan, and Colonel Decato and I had many disagreements 20 years ago when we coached together, and trying to hey, switch the ball to the other hand so you can stiff arm him and gain yardage.
Well, the other thing is that they put the helmet right on that football, when they're tackling it. Seems to me, anyway. Brings up 3rd and 8. Big 3rd down. Gets the pass away. Oh, decleated. Did he hang on to the football? I think he did.
No, they broke it up.
No, they broke it up. Incomplete. Watch this. First of all, you had Robichaux had him in the grasp, and then boom, comes Odom.
I think that was Odom, yep. You know, and I used to coach D-line, and we used to flip-flop. So one time you had to be in the right-hand stance, one time you had to be in the left-hand stance. And for most of the kids, the right-hand stance was way more comfortable. So you had to spend time in the left hand. Same thing with carrying the football.
Yep.
Most of them carried in the hand they're most comfortable with. You got to practice on the other one.
They're going for it on 4th down again. The last time they went for it, they came up short and turned it over on downs. A timeout on the field. And we will take a timeout as well. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of DUTCHTOWN High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SCC Heating and Cooling, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Hollis Orthodontics.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the second quarter. Again, the scoreboard is out, the play clock is out, but we're still hanging in. This is a big 4th down drive, a 4th down play, excuse me.
You know, we talked about rivalries, Jimmy, and I look at the crowd during that break right there, and pretty good crowd, and it's different than EA Cinema because no matter whether they play at EA or at the pit, there's no track.
Right.
So therefore, everybody's right on the field.
Real quick, Sanoma 14-0 over Scotlandville with 10:36 to go in the half. 4th down play, dropping back. Kelly's going to find his man and off his fingertips. Pretty good coverage that time, but if he had just maybe put a little more air under that, might have had a shot.
I don't know if we got it on camera. The official on the other side had his flag in his hand. The guy on the far end
no.
over there had it in his hand and didn't let go of it and tucked it in his pocket.
So the defense is bending, but they're not breaking, at least since that first drive for Prairieville. Now the offense has got to get something done. They've only had 1 first down so far in the ball game.
Oh, it's been dominated by Prairieville.
Nose of the football at the 25-yard line for Dutchtown. Handoff. Got a little bit of running room. They want to establish the run. That's number 7, Hedden.
That's Hedden, yep. You know, which you don't realize because it really didn't affect everybody around, but Dutchtown didn't get out on the field very much because just one of them cells sitting over you. The lightning stopped them, and I don't know how that affected Prairieville, but believe it or not, that distance, while it's right there, weather-wise, it's really not right there.
Interesting. Brings up 2nd and 4. They'll go the other way for Hedden. Hedden cuts back inside, finds a hole, picks up a big first down, crossing the 40 to the 44.
Hedden had the first down for Dutchtown, going the other way in the first quarter, and now he's got 2 back-to-back right here. He's had some success.
One of the keys, establish the run. They didn't do that in the first quarter, but they're starting to impose their will a little bit now. O-line pretty comparable to the D-line in terms of size. They're going to release on the screen. Still on his feet. That's going to be number 9, Martell Rogers, the senior, and he's still up. They finally blow the play dead, but not before he picks up about 16.
Hold the phone. Got yellow sitting at the 45. A screenplay a lot of times that potentially could be illegal man downfield.
That's what I was wondering.
Let's see.
Looked like Million.
Illegal substitution? Waving the flag off.
That's the second flag they've thrown and waved off. Not arguing, just stating a fact.
Well, Guy Mastretta's right there. Maybe he was only 2 yards downfield.
That's right. He has a little bit of leeway, just not much. So they cross cross midfield, ball at the 42.
Well, Prairieville's defense hadn't been on the field very much, so they
dropping back. Owens finds his man, ducks under a tackle, still on his feet.
Nice throw and catch.
That was LeBlanc.
He was had a man in his face, and he got rid of it.
Well, that's getting a little momentum in your pocket. Another first down. 12-yard pickup. Fletcher will hand off to Hedden. Hedden breaking 2 tackles, still on his feet, keeps his balance to the 19-yard line. Boy, watch him break these tackles.
Yeah, he runs hard.
Almost goes down, but puts his hand down to keep his balance. And I think we're at the hydration timeout. While we have a second, let's take a look at whatever comes up. No. Week 3 for this weekend. This is last week.
Yep.
Dutchtown over Collegiate, we mentioned that 62-0. That was a Rev game of the week. East Ascension over Sam Houston. Riverside over Prairieville in a Rev expanded game. And then the game that I called with Coach Swacker, John F. Kennedy falls to Santa Ma 21-12. Denham Springs over Woodlawn. Live Oak crushed Ponchatoula. And Central over Walker 48-37.
You know, I told Jeff week 1, until somebody beats them, Central's got to be the team to beat. And for Walker to only lose, 48-37.
Yep, Walker will be playing Live Oak tonight. And then, of course, our game is Rev Sports 1, and then Denham Springs at East Ascension, and Scotlandville at Santa Ma for homecoming, and that's Jeff Porsche and David Swacker over at the pit. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line, inside the red zone for the first time tonight for Dutchtown. Let's see if D-Town can punch it in.
Give Hedden a break. Ooh.
Got him to Becknell. Becknell will be stopped. Forward progress will get him to the 7.
You know, earlier I told you I don't like playing man-to-man because of back out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what that was? That was back out.
Uh-oh.
But I don't think Prairieville was in man-to-man. I just think that cornerback lost him. You got to do your job. Can't do somebody else's in that situation, and he was wide open.
1st and goal from the 8.
Maybe Coach Janis saw that on film, saw that earlier in the game.
Fletcher looks over the line. Calls for the football. He's got a hole up the middle. He's in for the score. Touchdown! And just like that, Dutchtown is on the board with their first touchdown. Uh-oh, flag comes in late. There was a little scuffle.
Kind of hard to see because they had the lights flashing, Jimmy.
Well, what I saw was that when he was in the end zone, the defender wouldn't let him up and kind of flipped him over when he was on the ground. The touchdown, of course, will count. Just not sure how they will assess this penalty, if it's offsetting or on one or the other.
You don't want to accept it on the extra point,
right.
So he may have the option of accepting it on the kickoff because he's over here talking, well, not a white hat, the black hat's explaining it to Coach Mastretta. I don't think Coach Mastretta is happy with the call.
No, neither. None of the coaches are happy. We still haven't seen a signal from our referee, Paul Merrill. Touchdown is good. Personal foul against Dutchtown. That'll be assessed on the kickoff.
And you know, sometimes they say the second guy is the one that gets the call.
Right.
So you talk about the defensive guy hanging on. There was probably a Dutchtown guy that took exception to that somewhere in there. And may have gotten caught with a shove.
Logan Bro on the line of scrimmage did a good job of opening up that hole, along with England Phillips. This will be Rutson put his foot into it, and we have a tie ball game, 7-7. A 9-play, 75-yard drive. Back after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Advantage Physical Therapy, Tata Law Firm. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation. Cypress Physical Therapy.
And just like that, after a slow first quarter and a little bit of first of the second quarter, Dutchtown's back in the ball game. They're playing like they want to.
Couple things that you talked about, and recapping that last play, you mentioned Phillips. You know, he's the center, probably Dutchtown's best offensive lineman. A lot of times you talk about LSU like Braden Moore. Why? Because their offensive line is built starting from the center out. Old Kenny Giat, the late Kenny Giat, may rest in peace, used to build Max Holmes, offensive lineman, signed with LSU. And the Saints, their best offensive lineman is their center.
Got to be smart and athletic. This is going to be a line drive kick. It goes through the wickets of one of the Prairieville receivers, and it will be Williams trying to make something happen, and he's finally slung down at about the 23-yard line.
This is a big series, Jimmy, for Prairieville. You look, you dominate, and you look up, and now it's a tie ball game, and I won't say botch the kickoff return, but you don't get great field position, and now you got the ball at the 24-yard line. Dutchtown's feeling good about themselves defensively.
Oh, and that was a smart kick that time. They had to assess the penalty on the kickoff. They were kicking all the way back from, I think, around the 25-yard line. So that line drive kick really was a smart play from the special teams. 1st and 10 now for Prairieville. Quick pass to Feist. Feist is just getting the workout tonight. In the middle, brought down, I think, by Brumfield.
Yes. Sooner or later, Coach Harrell's going to draw up a robber or something for that, and he's going to send somebody to go get it. Because they're right there in that. I mean, he's caught that ball 2 or 3 times in that same general area right there.
Second and short. Second and a very short one. Half a yard probably. They're going to be on the option, and they're going to sling him down. Huge play. Huge play that time by Braden Robichaux. Thought it was going to be an easy pickup. Drops him for a 5-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, Dutchtown's obviously in a different thing. They're different defense right there. It's Robichaux instead of Scott Brumfield, and Robichaux picks a guy. He got quarterback instead of being in no man's land right there, and the play was a loss.
Defense playing with a little more passion.
I keep wanting to look at the scoreboard to see how much time's left.
I know, me too. We know we're under 6 minutes. Dropping back, looking for somebody to throw to. He's got a man. Incomplete. It was underthrown, intended for Jackson. No flag on the play. 4th down.
Ooh, that was a little dangerous. A lot of bodies over there.
Oh, man. So they will punt for the first time tonight. It will be Luke Lyons to do the honors, and set back to receive number 9, Martell Rogers.
You know, Prairieville's had the ball, and they went inside, and they got right at the edge of field goal range, I think, and decided to go for it. It would have been a long field goal. Nice punt.
It will bounce at the 42, take a Prairieville roll all the way down to about the 30, and it will rest right on the 30-yard line. Prairieville will have the football, Dutchtown will have the football from their own 30. Owen Fletcher has settled in a little bit more in the last couple of series. He's thrown the ball effectively and run the ball well.
Well, Hedden got him going the last series with 3 or 4 nice runs.
1st and 10, empty backfield.
Was that ball hit?
I don't know, but he looked like he dipped his shoulder a little bit and kind of drove it right into the ground. There's the replay. We'll see if he tipped it. Might have. I think he might have.
Defensive end up top.
Yep. Daniel Williams.
Because if not, that's the worst ball I've seen him throw in about 4 games. So I'm hoping it was tipped. I'll give him the defensive end. I'll give Owen the benefit of the doubt.
I think so. Brings up 2nd down. They didn't change the marker, but it is 2nd down. 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. It will be Fletcher taking it himself. Off tackle. Picks up 5. They'll give him 6 to the 36. It'll be 3rd down. Wow, they really haven't. There we go.
Well, the technology with the down marker, man. You got to love the fluorescent light.
I'm telling you, I wish they would put some lights on the sticks, too. Dropping back, looking for somebody to throw to. Flushed out of the pocket, down the field. Did he catch it? Oh, good effort that time.
And Martell tried to stay in bounds.
Boy, you know you love doing that in the backyard or in the driveway or whatever, trying to get that ball.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt you do that. And
oh, good try.
The game-winning catch.
Man, how many times?
In, yeah.
How many times do we do that? They're going to go for it on 4th and 4.
Gotta be try to draw you off sides.
Look to the sidelines.
Because you don't want to give Prairieville this field position. The guy's walking up to the referee right here. He's going to call timeout. He's probably pretty coy about it, though.
There's the timeout, just as you predicted.
He's pretty coy because he didn't stop. He just kind of walked by and whispered in his ear, I think.
Let's take a look at games coming up next week. October 3rd, already in October. My goodness. Our Rev game of the week, Dutchtown at Santa Maria. That's going to be a good one. That could be that could be a big one. Live Oak at Santa Maria will be the other Rev game of the week, and that will, Live Oak at East Ascension for homecoming. Walker at Prairieville and Denham Springs at Southern Lab.
It took me an hour, but I got you some water, partner.
You are the man. I owe you big. Denham Springs at Southern Lab. Did I fail to mention that? I'm so excited about a little H2O. A little hydration timeout for myself.
Yeah. I texted the concession stand, and he just looked at it and said, dang, that was an hour ago. Sorry.
Well, we appreciate the concession stand. We appreciate everybody that puts on these football games. It takes a lot of people. It's not just the coaches. It's not just the administrators. It takes a lot of people to put on these big football games that we have every week.
Yeah, if it was just me and you doing it, we'd be talking to ourselves.
You're not kidding. They will decide to punt it away, and they do so. Rutland will do the honors. Rutson, excuse me, and it's a good punt. And it will roll all the way down to the 15.
You know, high school football, the NFL, those guys are so good, and the returners are so fast. They can run the width of the field. But high school, it can benefit you sometimes. They either put a deep guy or in a short guy or 2 guys and split the field just to make sure the ball doesn't hit the ground.
Yeah. Well, you know, David Swacker preaches just catch the football. No matter what, catch the football on kickoffs and punts.
Yeah. You know, LSU, and I keep going back to college as an example, but and I'll talk about it after this play. He's open. He's open.
Wide open and overthrows his intended receiver, number 1, Cale Daigle. Finish your thought.
You know, but the kid from Lutcher that used to be back there returning punts, and everybody was like, "God, we need Chad Jones back there. We need Ty Matthew back there." And Brian Keller was like, "We need to catch the football back there."
Right.
You know, because Aaron Anderson came in, and he was – my little brother said, man, against Curtis, he was having 3 punt returns for a touchdown. And that's not against anybody when he played for Carr. That's against John Curtis.
Right.
And you put him back there, and he bounced one or missed one or bobbled one. Main priority is to catch the football. Boy, that's another missed opportunity right there, Jimmy. He was open for a big play.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody would have stopped him if he connected. 2nd and 10 now for the Hurricanes. The flag will fly, and they'll blow the play dead. Delay a game. Of course, there is no clock, so it's really difficult.
I meant to mention it earlier, and it hadn't been an impact yet, because the old-fashioned days before the 25-second clock, with somewhere around 20 seconds, the referee would put his hand up, and the quarterback had to be looking for that. But with the 25-second clock, everybody has to have, and you don't look at the referee, so it's something new for that quarterback.
Right.
I mean, he wasn't even born the last time we played without a 25-second clock.
You're right. Dropping back in a hole.
Big play.
Dumps it off on a screen. Picks up the first. Checks it a little bit short of the first down.
I think he got it, Jimmy.
He sure did. Boy, I misjudged him.
Well, that was a big play right there. Good call by the OC.
Gets him out of the shadow of their own end zone. Scott Brumfield making the stop again. He's been on a lot of plays. Unfortunately, he's the safety.
It seemed like at the DC, I was always screaming, check screen, check screen, check screen. Eventually, you were going to be right, you know?
Right. 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes.
We well past the hydration break.
Oh, yeah. We're getting close to halftime. Not going far that time. Taj Wallace.
The way they kind of piled on, I thought the ball was on the ground for a second.
A.J. Price on the stop, along with Drew Price. Again, no relation. Big guys out there. A.J. is 5'10", 320. Drew is 6'2", 305. Both of them are juniors.
Not related, but they got some similarities, don't they?
No kidding. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Not sure what the... There we go, running the clock. Brings up 3rd down. 3rd and about 7. Kelly calls for the football. Taj Wallace goes in the flat, going downfield. He's going to overthrow his intended receiver. Tried to throw him open a little bit and just didn't quite put enough arc on it.
Yeah, but that one had more arc than the one that was earlier on the other side, earlier in this possession, that we thought, man, that could have went for a big play. But that one could have used a little bit more, too, because he had a step early.
Yep. Pretty good coverage by Scott Brumfield. He was pretty step for step, but the receiver did have a little bit on him.
Yeah.
Brings up 4th and they'll have to punt.
I think he was open early. Scott kind of made up some ground.
Luke Lyons will punt it away.
Prairieville would be excited about a 7-7 halftime score, I think.
Without question, I think you're exactly right. This punt is away, and they go for it. No flag. They bumped him a little bit, and Martell Rogers will catch it at the 42. Breaks one tackle, still on his feet, spins away, and he's still going. Reverses field, but then he will be sandwiched at the 50.
So thought I saw a flag on the play. Did I see a flag?
There is one down on the 50 at the 0 on the 50.
Okay. There was a bunch of collisions that's going on in there, and that's usually a block in the back. It seems like every punt return that you see on Saturday and Sunday, and it doesn't matter how much you coach it.
Right.
At least you think they're coaching it, and then the high school kid does it, and you can't get mad at them.
They're going to wave this off too? No, block in the back.
But DUTCHTOWN gets the football to start the second half, so Prairieville needs to stop them because, DUTCHTOWN trying to get that 2-for-1. The only two people I know that don't like the 2-for-1 opportunity is Brian Kelly and Sean Payton.
So that backs him up 10 from the spot of the foul. Puts the ball at the 40-yard line. Almost the best field position. Their first drive started at their own 48. Of course, it ended in a punt, 3 and out, but that was after a really good kickoff return. Then they were at the 27, the 25, the 30, and now they're on 40.
I would look for Dada right here.
Down the field, coming back to the ball. I thought he almost intercepted it. Great catch. Good concentration. And a first down by Derek Walker-Weiss.
Wow.
That was some concentration, man.
Wow. I thought it was 6 going the other way, Jimmy.
I did too.
We have no idea how much time's left.
On the run. Oh, and Fletcher.
Nope. Walker-Weiss.
Oh, excuse me. Walker-Weiss. Clay Walker-Weiss in. Throwing the football. First down for Dutchtown.
I'm looking for Owen on the sideline.
Timeout is called. We're getting close to the end of the half. We're gonna keep it right here. What's coming up on the Rev Game of the Week, huh? Let's find out. Next week, Rev Sports 1, we've got Dutchtown at Sanamaw. Rev Sports 2, Live Oak at East Ascension for homecoming. And in 2 weeks, we've got East Ascension at Prairieville, and myself and Jolie Hartman will be doing the Ascension Parish Swim Meet on Wednesday, October the 9th, I think? I don't know. But anyway, it's Wednesday in 2 weeks. How about that? It's the 8th. Zane Chapoy just made sure that I got it right, and I appreciate that.
I am guilty of being too busy. Y'all probably calling that when I'm cutting grass. I've never called a swim meet, and that's a nice stroke right there.
Hey, you know,
how you call that?
Well, it takes practice. It's number one. It takes practice.
I know you prepared when you go into it, man. I heard your pregame lead into this game, so I know you do your homework.
It's fun though. I tell you, a couple of years ago, it was 85 degrees the day before and it dropped down to 50. I don't know how anybody's swimming in 50-degree weather. I have a feeling we won't have that problem this year, unfortunately.
So we actually got the forecast is in the 60s for the low and the mid 80s for the high, but today my phone said 84, like you said before the game, and I swore it was hotter than that. I can tell you.
We got a scoring update. East Ascension leading Denham Springs 13-7. 1:01 left in the first half. East Ascension is.
They won last week against Sam Houston. They lost to Brother Martin week 1.
Yep.
But had them on the ropes.
They had them on the ropes for sure, and then Royal Easton took over and won that game almost single-handedly.
And then
they beat Salmon too.
Week 2, so
yeah,
they could easily be 3-0.
This is Clay Walker-Weiss, and that was a very good defensive effort that time by the cornerback. Can't see his number.
I don't know, but they're trying to squeeze it in. A good drop by the rover or the outside backer, and then good break by the cornerback. You may see a hitch and go come from that, or out and up.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Again, we're in the dark about how much time is left in the half, but it can't be much. Finds his man, Martell Rogers. Rogers going to scoot into the end zone. Touchdown. 32, make it 31 yards on the touchdown strike from Clay Walker-Weiss to number 9, Martell Rogers.
You know, your notes that you had Martell being the big play down the field. How Prairieville's not covering him is beyond me. But big play right there. Nice throw and catch.
So they take the lead 13-7.
And I told you, I mean, that's the worst thing to happen to Prairieville, because now Dutchtown's going to get the ball to start the second half.
Rutson puts his foot into it and he misses it. Partially blocked it. The whole thing looked off.
Yeah.
He didn't look like he had his steps right or anything. So we'll remain 13-7. We'll take a break and we'll be back on the Rev Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SCC Heating and Cooling, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Hollis Orthodontics.
Man, that referee is literally on the hop, brother.
Well, you're not kidding. 5 seconds left to go in the half. We just got the official word. So we're getting very close to the half, but the DUTCHTOWN Griffins take the lead heading into the locker room. Of course, they've got to make sure they cover this kickoff.
Yeah, Jimmy, I think the scoreboard had an impact on that play, because you're thinking that play took maybe 10 seconds, and so there was only 15 seconds. I don't think if Prairieville had to do it all over again, they're probably in a different defense.
Yeah.
Because all you got to do is make a tackle.
Kick is away, and it's a boot. It will bounce off the receiver's arms, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll have an opportunity for one play. That was number 2, Meady. So that will get the ball at the 20-yard line with, I would say, 3 seconds left.
Yeah, Max.
Because he had the clock had to start when he hit it, when he touched it.
So look at what DUTCHTOWN's doing defensively with. Prairieville could have done the same thing, and maybe they give up a short pass, but they don't give up a touchdown.
Yeah, they've got guys all the way back to midfield to make sure that everything stays in front of them. Let's see. 1st and 10 for Prairieville. Kelly will run it himself. He's got some running room, but that's going to run out the clock, and he will finally be brought down. But it was a great effort for him. He got hit a few times. And that is the half.
Halftime guest.
Halftime guest.
Barry Whittington ought to be making his way up here shortly.
And we also have the Hall of Fame coming up, which we'll turn it over to Ted Babin for that in just a bit. Don't go anywhere, folks. The DUTCHTOWN Griffins lead 13-7 over Prairieville. We're at the half. Back right after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
REV presents the Action Minute. Here's the Clinical Director of Action Therapy and Wellness, Haley Leindecker.
And I'm here to show you some of the services we offer to help get you out of pain and back in action.
Dry needling involves inserting thin, sterile needles into trigger points within muscles to release tension, reduce pain, and improve movement. It's highly effective for muscle tightness, chronic pain, and headaches. Joint manipulation. By applying a quick, controlled force to a joint, we can restore mobility, reduce stiffness, and relieve pain. Cupping therapy uses suction cups to increase blood flow, reduce muscle tension, and promote healing. With instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization, we apply targeted pressure to break down scar tissue and speed up recovery.
Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, occupational, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
It is time for the Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and we're going to turn it over in just a second to our PA announcer, Ted Babin. Just to let you know who it is going to be Jacob Wagisback, Eric Reed, and Erica Williams being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Let's turn it over to our PA announcer, Ted Babin.
2012 DUTCHTOWN Hall of Fame inductee, Eric Reed Jr. Eric Reed was a Dutch high school football American Award winner. Went on to start at LSU. At Louisiana State University, he earned All-American honors before selected in the first of the 2016 NFL Draft by the San Francisco 49ers. He made an immediate impact on Pro Bowl recognition of rookie and later franchise record. Carolina Panthers. Beyond his athletic accomplishments in the field, Eric's Victor Kane was his life to Christ. Today, he is the vocal proud father of 3 and a successful business owner, leading with the same dedication and integrity that in his career. Eric's encouragement to us is his belief that through Christ, all things are possible. Congratulations, DUTCHTOWN Athletic Fame Class of 20 inductee. Reed Jr. In 2025 Town Hall of Fame, Jacob Wagisback. Jacob began his baseball journey at DUTCHTOWN High School in 2009, earning parish all-district Metro All-State while leading the to multiple state tournaments. After being drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates, he chose to attend Ole Miss, where he earned the team material and was a member of the Rebels College Series team. In 2015, he signed with the Philadelphia Phillies as a free agent, working his way through the minors before making his major debut with the Toronto Blue Jays in 2019. He set a franchise record with 7 strikeouts in his debut, later joined the starting rotation. In 2022 and 2023, Jacob played in Japan, Oryx Buffaloes, helping win the championship in 26 years and closing out 7 of the Japanese series. Returning to the MLB in 2024, Wagensback opening day roster for the Tampa Bay Rays, who is currently playing with the Philadelphia Phillies organization. Jacob is honored joined by 2025 Hall of Fame class. We would like to thank DUTCHTOWN, his coaches, teammates, and especially his wife Leslie, for their unwavering support throughout the career. Join me in congratulating DUTCHTOWN Athletic Hall of Fame 2025, Jacob Wagensback. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 Hall of Fame inductee, Erica Williams. Erica Williams is a DUTCHTOWN High School graduate of 2001 and was a the Lady Griffin basketball team coached by Annette. She is the daughter of Eric and Maureen Williams and has brother Eric Jr. She is married to Dr. Shane Williams with 3 children, CJ and M. Mary. Erica was a standout basketball player. She was a 5-time All-District All-District Award winner. She was the 2007 District MVP, 2006 All-State Honorable Mention, 2007 All-State, 2007 runner-up for Game Player of the Year, 2007 Street Smith All-American Honorable Mention, and 2007 Louisiana High School All-Star. She played collegiately at the University of Southern Mississippi, coached by the Jolie McNeil, and at Louisiana State University by Van Chancellor. She is now a shift supervisor at BASF, and on her free time she enjoys fishing, cooking, and spending time with her family. Join me in congratulating DUTCHTOWN Athletic Hall of Fame class of 2025 inductee, Erica Williams. Congratulations to our Hall of Fame inductees, DUTCHTOWN High. I would also like to thank the Griffin Athletic Booster Club with President Jared Roden and the DUTCHTOWN High Hall of Fame Committee, which is chaired by Brad Hughes. Thank you, Jared and Brad, for all the hard work you do for the Griffin athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause, Hall
of Fame inductees, Eric Reed, Erica Williams, and also Jacob Wagensback. And with me now is principal at DUTCHTOWN, Mr. Barry Whittington, and thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks for allowing us to do this football game. It has been a good one. But you know what's interesting and what's great about it is the community atmosphere here, not just at DUTCHTOWN, but on both sides.
Absolutely. This is the first time that we've hosted Prairieville back at DUTCHTOWN, so it was good to see in warm-up some of the kids that play at Prairieville now that were freshmen or sophomores when they transition over to Prairieville. Get to see them, some of the coaches and staff and things like that. So it's been a pretty good night. Looking forward to a really good football game. Hopefully the second half we can kind of turn it up on them.
Well, it's been a good one so far, but you guys have got a lot of great things happening here at DUTCHTOWN, and you always do. But kind of early in the school year, I guess we're not really early, 2 months in, but how are things going for you here?
Our school never sleeps.
I bet.
There's always something going on. Our volleyball team is playing very well right now. Cross country has a meet tomorrow, so looking forward to seeing those guys and girls get out and try to get PRs. Our band works their tails off, color guard as well. Our other programs and clubs, we are in full swing at DUTCHTOWN right now, so it's a school that never sleeps.
Absolutely, and academically, I mean, you guys are top of the line, always new programs and just really helping the students get to that next level, whatever it happens to be.
Yep, so this year our theme was open indoors. So when we had pre-planning with our teachers, we talked about teachers being the key to opening doors for students, where it's the scholarships or different career paths and things like that. We want to make sure that when kids graduate from Dutchtown High, they don't have doors closed in their face. They have an option to go through as many doors as they want to, and they have opportunities to turn down instead of being turned down by opportunity.
Any big things coming up in the next few weeks when you talk about? I don't mean to put you on the spot there.
Let's see. Well, we still have football, volleyball swinging in. The next couple of weeks we'll have finals in October.
Okay.
Well, I say finals, midterms in October and fall break. We have that coming up. Today we had our academic breakfast for our seniors. So senior Letterman jackets for academic awards and giving out patches. So we were able to do that. It was the first time we've done that. It was pretty good, though. Kids enjoyed it. They were, fellowshipping, eating breakfast, and just having a good time. And when I spoke to them before the program started, I talked about our school is great because we have great kids. And we're really proud of the things that they do, and they make our jobs really easy by being so great.
Well, I know they appreciate you. They appreciate all the faculty and staff, because it does take a lot of people to keep this thing running just like it does.
Absolutely.
Mr. Barry Whittington, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the hospitality, and it's time to listen to the Dutchtown Sound.
Best band in the land.
The Dutchtown Sound is in the field direction of drum majors Catherine Book, Claire Campagna, and Thomas Aiken. We open tonight's performance by presenting our 2025 competition show entitled The Contraption. Next, we feature our Griffin girls as they perform to the Beyonce classic, Crazy in Love. Ladies and gentlemen, the DUTCHTOWN Sound and Griffin Girls. We hope you enjoyed tonight's performance. Color Guard captains are Julian Orgeron, Julian Jones, Lindsay Riggs, Haley Smith, Sydney Hurt, and Rain Knockham. Griffin Girls sponsor is Colby Landry and assistant coach Shaylin Riley. Griffin Girl leaders are Captain London Lott and co-captain.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Here we are, Cypress Roofing, a woman-owned roofing company specializing in insurance claims.
With the hurricane season right around the corner,
give us a call.
Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call. You gotta call Title.
B.T. Chapman and A.J. Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Dutchtown High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections.
Lots of things happened at halftime. Number one, we inducted some Hall of Famers. Congratulations to them. Had a great interview with Mr. Barry Whittington, the principal here. Got to listen to the Dutchtown sound and the great dance team and everything else, and we got the clock back. How about that? What a pretty good halftime.
At halftime, I called Ken Trahan to give him an update, and I told him 14-7. Then I texted him, I'm sorry, man, I forgot they missed the extra point. No clock.
That's
no
right.
clock.
We're just watching out on the field. We saw that just a minute ago. It was the Chick-fil-A kick, and the young man put it through the uprights. So if something happens to Mr. Rutson, maybe they pull him out of the stands. Let's hope that doesn't happen, but I'm just saying we got another guy.
I don't know if it was a loaded deck. I don't know if that flyer for the Griffins was a soccer player that may have kind of been a loaded gun for him, but the student section's happy they got it. They'd have been happier if it was Pat McAfee's kick.
That's right.
We talked about it.
That's right.
You know, you had Barry Whittington at halftime, and I didn't think about it and thought about it during the contest, and I didn't tell you, but I mean, Dutchtown High has changed, and I give you a small example since Prairieville opened. We had a pep rally today. Like, the football team was always on the floor. They were in the bleachers. The band was always on the floor, and they were in the bleachers. Like, the only people that were on the floor was the dance team and the cheerleaders, like you would see at a normal high school. The amount of room in there is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
When you go from 2,600 to 1,800 or so.
It makes a difference. And what Mr. Whittington talked about is the fact that it is really happy to see both sides, the community coming together. I mean, this is the Prairieville rivalry, and it will be for many years to come, but he was very complimentary of both sides, of course, and we appreciate his time talking about all the great things happening here at Dutchtown. Let's talk a little bit about this game. Prairieville came out and I think punched Dutchtown right in a smacker. And really had them surprised. And they've played well, but I do think Dutchtown is starting to settle into it.
Well, you know, a lot of times when you dominate, I think I mentioned this in the first half, and you're thinking you dominated everywhere but the scoreboard, and Prairieville was right on the edge of field goal range, and maybe they could have been 2 field goals, and this game would be tied. But I think the clock had a play in it because the Dutchtown scored with 5 seconds left to go in the half, and we didn't know it until after the touchdown that they had that. And so it's been a good football game, and Prairieville just didn't take advantage of opportunities that they had to maybe have a bigger lead in this ball game.
Well, it is time for the second half. We do have the clock. We do have the scoreboard. There won't be an issue with the play clock because the 2:40 clocks are working. So good job for everybody to get things settled here. And so we have that for everybody's sake, not just for ours, of course, but I mean just for everybody's sake.
Yeah, the quarterback is probably like, wow, them young quarterbacks. Ooh, thank goodness, because Owen Fletcher doesn't have a whole lot of reps. And I told you about the 40-second clock that wasn't even in existence before they were born.
I was about to just ask you about Owen Fletcher. Clay Walker-Weiss came in and threw that last touchdown pass. Any thoughts on is something with Owen, or they just wanted to make a little change and just to get a spark here?
It's funny you should mention that, and I didn't. I told you I'm looking for Owen on the sideline. And do you see him?
Right there, number 8.
I think they got 2 number 8s now. So the roster doesn't show it.
Sorry.
So that may be him.
No, you're right. It looks.
He's trying to grab the football right there. So I'm not sure if that's him or not. I think that is because he had the black sleeve that went all the way down on the left foot. So that's him on the sideline. But I'm not sure. Once again, early in the season, we wasn't sure who the starter was going to be, and they're both playing well. It's a good problem to have.
Well, he's not. They're getting ready to get the ball back right here to start the third quarter, and he's 3 deep on the sideline. It's not like he's getting ready to go in the ball game.
Yep, you would expect the offense to be a little bit further down.
And there's Clay right there, and he looks like he's going in after the kickoff.
But both of them are, they're not hugging the purple. They're behind the white line where they're supposed to be.
This will be collected at the 8-yard line. He's got some running room and a head of steam. Martell Rogers, I believe. No.
I think it may be Beck.
Oh, excuse me, Becknell.
I'm not. It was 2 digits. So yeah, it was Becknell on the return.
Sorry about that, but it is 1st and 10 for the Dutchtown Griffins. They had 5 possessions in the first half: punt, interception, touchdown, punt, touchdown. So let's see if they can keep that.
And it is Walker-Weiss.
So on the 30-yard line, they start things off. Excuse me, a few penalties in the first half, but not a ton.
A lot of them picked up.
Yep, you're right. Haven't seen that many flags picked up in a long time. 1st and 10 for the Griffins. It is Clay Walker-Weiss at quarterback. He will hand off to Hedden. Hedden will get his head of steam and get 3.
And I will tell you, Owen's body language and his location on the field indicates that he may not be able to go back in the game.
He's not being attended to by anybody, but we shall find out. We don't want to speculate necessarily.
And they're signaling in the signals about the 27-yard line, and he's not close to the 27-yard line. And that's usually the guy that can put you in the game.
Brings up 2nd down and 6. Hand off on the right side. He just barrels his way through and pushes the pile for a 1st down.
Yeah. I think that was out of the pistol look.
Yes. 56 in there getting a good block. Hadn't called his number yet, and it's not 56. Hedden will come out. Checking in will be Derek Walker-Weiss. He'll split out to the top of your screen.
Another running back in the ball game that we're not used to seeing him because it's not Hedden or Becknell. Makai Hill.
Pass is complete, and somehow he manages to get free and pick up a few yards. That was a collision by one of his own teammates, and then just kind of got swallowed up, and he spun away. Boom.
I think that's Caden Messina. I think that's the homecoming king, if my memory serves me correctly. It's a little fuzzy after all the Diet Coke I drink.
So it brings up 2nd down. Didn't get anything on that pass play.
Well, you say he got back because it would have been a couple yard loss except for he spun out of there.
Drop back, going deep. Underthrown. Ooh. And I don't see how you can't throw a flag on that one. Sorry.
Yeah. You know, I'm convinced as a wide receiver, it is useless for you to go out there and try to catch balls against nobody and catch them with two hands, because you are fighting with one hand most of the time, trying to make the catch with the other hand.
It was good coverage by Sam Schecksnyder, cornerback. He's a junior. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Heading back in the ball game, flanking to Clay's right. Rolling out, dumps it off to Hedden. Hedden's got some blockers out front. Not going to get enough for the 1st down, but he'll get close to about the 50-yard line.
Our producer, Lyle, confirmed that I was right. He is the king.
It's good to be king, man.
It's always good to be king.
Brant Lavin doing a good job lead blocking.
Carmi was named queen last week. I had the privilege to teach her.
Congratulations to both of them. So to bring up 4th down and 2, looks like they're going to punt it, but you just never know.
Well, they got about 18 people on the field right now, so I'm not sure if they're convinced on what they're doing. Now, we got time, 8 seconds. May have to call timeout, 4 seconds.
They get set. Let's see if they can get it off, too, and they're not going to get it off. They did get it off?
Well,
I don't see a flag.
Nope.
It'll be touchdown by Dutchtown at about the 16 or 17-yard line. That clock was at 0 before they even snapped.
Well,
I'm telling you.
The challenge is you got to see it at 0 and then look down to see whether or not the ball snapped. So it's really a 26-second clock, and they probably got it off on a 26-second.
Not going to argue. It'll be Prairieville taking over 1st and 10. They'll have the ball at their own 16-yard line.
That's a big stop by Prairieville, stopping that 2 for 1. As long as you got the ball and it's a 1-score game, you got a fighting chance.
Owen Fletcher handing off to Taj Wallace. Nowhere to go. Oh, Kelly took it himself?
No. You call him Owen Fletcher.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right.
Sometimes even the best get confused.
Yes, I understand. Sometimes it becomes repetition when you call it sometimes.
Skylar Kelly is the quarterback, as he has been the entire game. Pump fake, looking for somebody to throw to. He's going to keep it himself. Nowhere to go, and it's going to be Carter Hanbury, but he's going to be stopped by Carter Rentz as well.
I talked about that. That's the same play they run 4 or 5 times, and I told you Harrow is going to rob that, and good job by Kelly, because he was 3/4 away to releasing it, and he held on to it and decided to tuck it, because I think it would have been picked and going the other way.
Brings up 3rd down. They lost a yard on the play.
You know, sometimes it's the plays, the times you don't throw it is the best decision the quarterback can make.
Absolutely. Rolling to his left, a tough throw if he does let it go, and he's going to try to dance his way out of trouble, and he's going nowhere. This defense is all of a sudden playing with some passion.
And the Dutchtown crowd getting into it. You know, last weekend I was at Mississippi State seeing daughter number 2, and I've heard enough cowbells to last me a while. And that was only the first quarter last week. And they got some of them in the Dutchtown crowd tonight.
Brings up 4th down and 7. It will be Lyons to put his foot into it for the 3rd time tonight.
Coach Janice talking to Clay Walker-Vice.
Good snap. Kick is away, and it's a pretty good punt. It'll drop Martell Rogers back, but he slips past the tackler. He's at the 40, 35, dances down the sideline, 20, 15, down, touchdown. There's a
called him out at the
called him out of bounds.
At the 32.
He tried to tightrope down the sideline.
Yeah, he came close.
But he did not quite hang on. That was still a heck of a return.
You know, sometimes in baseball when you hit that long home run.
He stepped out there too.
Long home run and it's foul. It's still it's a strike, but yet it can be a momentum. It can scare the pitcher.
Right.
You know, he ran it, so mentally Prairieville may be thinking, hey, we got a break right there. And so something that didn't count may work on Prairieville mentally.
Well, the defense did their job. Now it's the offense's turn to come on and see what they can do. It will be Owen Fletcher back in the ball game, and he's running the football.
Well, I am 100% wrong with everything I told you. Trying to judge the sideline and demeanor and body language.
Yeah, our crystal ball got a little foggy on that one. Brings up second down. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Sanoma up 14-7 on Scotlandville with 3:37 left in the third. They're moving pretty quick over there. Rolling to his right, looking for some room, and he does have the room. He picks up about 5, brings up third down. Brings up third down and 3. The ball at the 25-yard line. 5:54 left to go here in the third quarter, and that will be a hydration timeout. Let's take a look while we have a second, if we could, at the top 10 in Class 5A. It's been pretty set the last couple of weeks. Carr is still number 1, Catholic number 2, Ruston 3. Central moved up to 4. St. Aug, followed by Ash, Neville, John Curtis, Zachary, and Brother Martin jumps into the top 10 for the first time this week.
Well, I was traveling last Friday, and I was able to listen to a little bit on the radio, and it was Coach Lou Bowden and different things. And Ruston playing Longview, Texas, I think, and they were down early, came back. I mean, that's an outstanding program. I think Alexandria Ash went to Destrehan last week, and that's not an easy place to win.
No.
And that's a 3-hour plus trip for Ash. So a lot of good football in the top 10, no doubt. I think Catholic High may have beat U High last week.
They did, yes. I don't remember the score, but it was.
And U High loaded.
Brings up third down and 7. No, check that. Sorry, third down and 3. Hedden will slide into the slot on the top of your screen. Number 7 there. Empty backfield, quick pass into the flat. He's got some room. It's Martell Rogers. Rogers to the house. Nope, check that. That's number 4. Derek Walker-Weiss, right?
That's Derek. That's low brother.
$25-yard touchdown pass from Clay to Derek.
You know, I had the privilege of playing with both of my brothers. The older brother, we played a couple years together, and then my younger brother, we played a couple years together. So it's fun to be able to spend Friday nights with your brother and go through the sweat and cheers and tears.
PAT is up, and it is good. So with 5:47 left to go here in the third quarter, it's 20-7, Dutchtown with a 2-score lead. Back after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Advantage Physical Therapy, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Cypress Physical Therapy.
I'm afraid I gave credit to the wrong quarterback. It was Fletcher that threw the pass, but you made a great point. Playing with your brother and Clay and Derek's got to be nice. I had never had an opportunity to play with my younger brothers, but got to beat them at home, you know.
That was the connection for the touchdown in the jamboree, was vice to vice.
Not a bad combo. Rutson will put his foot into it. And he got a boomer. It will be collected at the 2-yard line by Williams. Williams will be run out of bounds and a little upset that he didn't get a little further. He'll get to the 21.
Well, he didn't read this block. You know, you gotta run between the backside, and he ran to the front side of his blocker, and that usually bodes well for the defense, not the offense when that happens.
They'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line.
Prairieville did good. They got that stop to stop Dutchtown from going at 2-1 and going up with that first drive of the second half. But that was a big drive for Prairieville after dominating three quarters of the first half. Jimmy, I worry about them a little bit right here.
Switching the defense, trying to hand off and goes nowhere. Ties. Is the ball loose?
Yes, it is. And Dutchtown got it.
Oh, my goodness. What a turn of events. A huge fumble by Taj Wallace, but it was all predicated by the defensive line busting through there. And it was number 95, big A.J. Price, 320-pound junior, causing the fumble.
Yeah, and he stuck it in the running back's gut. And sometimes you gotta have the ball, but yet you don't have the ball, and that way, because the quarterback can pull it when it's reading, and sometimes you lose that bad connection right there, and the ball ended up on the ground. Told you I was worried about Prairieville, and they need a stop in the worst way right here.
Well, it was almost. Price was almost there for the handoff.
Yep, there was about 8 of them. You know, you look back on film and think, man, why you didn't pick it up? Why you didn't pick it up? We could have scored.
From the 14-yard line of Prairieville, 1st and 10. Got some momentum. Throwing the pass. Ooh, just a little bit off his fingertips, trying to get it to number 85 that time. That's Zach Dotter, the tight end. A little low around his knees. Probably should have caught it.
Yeah. You know, defense loves shutouts, but they love scores on defense more than shutouts. So, but looked like a true rotation with Fletcher and
you're right.
And because Weiss is back in the game.
Along with Becknell flanking to his right. 2nd down and 10.
See if he goes to little brother up top.
Going to hand off to Becknell. Becknell bursts through the hole. Good burst of speed that time across the 10 to the 13. Brings up 3rd down and along 3. Maybe 4.
Well, that 7-0 lead from Prairieville seems like, what, last week?
No kidding. Derek Walker-Weiss will come out of the ball game. Becknell will stay in, along with Clay Walker-Weiss at quarterback.
Well, I'm pretty certain that Clay will not hit his brother for a touchdown on this play.
Dotter from the pistol is going to hand off to Becknell. Becknell's going to be swallowed up. Nowhere to go that time. Gabe Ford, the senior defensive tackle, makes the play. Brings up 4th down. This is big.
Look like they're going to kick it. You know, they made the last one, but the second one got blocked or mishit, and the timing was all off.
27-yard field goal attempt by Oakley Rutson. You know, there's a lot more to the kick. He's got to have a great snap, a good hold, and then he's got to kick it. Lots of moving parts. Kick is up, and he's got plenty of leg, and it is no good. Off to the left. So they come away with no points after the turnover.
So speaking of snapping and holding, Pearson Pyron's at McNeese. I hadn't followed up with Jeff Pyron lately. I know he played week 1, about 7 plays and like 4 punts and 3 extra points or something for McNeese. So one of the best to ever do it here at Dutchtown, snapping it.
And man, you can earn a living doing that in the NFL. I remember Kitchen being called up for the Patriots one year.
Yep, I was at Parkview when he was there.
Yeah.
And nobody more happy about that than Kenny Giad, because Brian used to park in his spot. And Coach Giad was not happy. He'd park behind him.
Oh, man.
Oh, Coach Guillot, man.
Great man.
A lot of stories.
Great coach. He was always so good to me. Brought me into the office and really taught me a little bit. 1st and 10 for the Canes. Swallowed up, slapped down, and thrown down like a rag doll. Nowhere to go for Kelly. Loses 2.
45.
That's Drew Price, yeah.
Yeah. Anybody? It's hard to not think about Coach Guillot and go, hey, Pat, come talk to me. It's one of those things you got to imitate, you know.
Tell you what, A.J. Price and Drew Price, both over 300 pounds, are pretty quick and athletic at defensive tackle.
Yeah. Kind of like Skip Bertman. If you be around him, it's hard not to.
You're right.
At least practice it.
Somebody's coming in. It's going to be number 43. That's Braden Robichaux for the big sack. Drops him back for 3rd down and a long way.
Yeah.
DUTCHTOWN seems to be taking the game over a bit now.
Yep, and still in that well on Prairieville.
Third and about 19, maybe 18. Good ways to go. Skylar Kelly dropping back. He's got a little bit of time. Going deep. He's got a man if he can connect, and it's knocked away. Good defensive effort that time by Jace Melanson.
Yeah. Oh, flag in the backfield. I don't know if it would have mattered in the area of holding.
Declined. It is holding and declined by the Griffins.
Not a good series by Prairieville. I mean, they lost 10 yards on that series. Good job by DUTCHTOWN's defense. 2 tackle for losses, 1 tackle for loss and a sack, both ended in losses.
Skylar Steibel was the intended receiver on that one. Thought he was going to bring it in, but it was a good defensive play by Jace.
A long throw.
Good punt. Could have come up and made the catch. If he had just done that, he would have gotten it at the 38 instead of the 48.
I can promise you he wanted to go get it on the hop, on the bounce. But good decision.
So the last 3 drives have started in Prairieville territory. Came away with a touchdown on the first drive of the second half. Missed the 27-yard field goal on the last drive, and let's see what happens with this one as they start at their Prairieville 48.
The rotation at quarterback, Owen Fletcher in this series.
And Hedden is the lone running back. Martell, you see to the bottom of your screen. Looks like Messina's in the slot. 1st and 10 for the Griffins. Coming back to Martell Rogers. Rogers is going to outrun the defenders. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown in one play. 48-yard touchdown strike.
Oof.
All of a sudden, that things are starting to get out of hand a little bit.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
You know, that cornerback got to realize, you got help inside. You can't let him get outside.
And he just outran the defenders.
Yep. Well, by the time he turned upfield, he was going to the scoreboard, and the defenders were running toward the baseball field, so they were going in opposite directions.
They're going to go for 2 and see if they can go ahead and make it 28-7. Rolling out, going into the end zone. Did he get it?
Yep.
Got it. He was in bounds. The 2-point conversion is good. Thought he might have overthrown him, but he did a great job. Again, Martell Rogers.
Nope.
No?
Fletcher. Not Fletcher. That was Derek Walker Vice, number 4.
Ah.
Because Martell was in the slot on this side.
Well, even better. Either way, we're going to take a break. It is 28-7. The Griffins coming alive. Back right after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SCC Heating and Cooling, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Hollis Orthodontics.
Well, that was a pretty quick little drive. One play, 48 yards. It was Owen Fletcher to Martell Rogers, and he put on the afterburners and put it in the end zone. The two-point conversion is good. It bounces off one of the Prairieville players up front. It was a line drive kick, and it's recovered by Dutchtown, and Dutchtown is just literally having their way right now.
Wow. Yeah, Prairieville's getting hit by a hurricane. I thought for sure Dutchtown had this football. Now, they came out of the pile, and Prairieville is holding the football. But sometimes they say, get up, Dutchtown ball, and then the Dutchtown kid gives up the football.
Right. It hit Colton Fleming. He was on the up, one of the up guys, or actually on the line, and it hit him hard, bounced back toward the Dutchtown kickoff team. And it is Dutchtown football. Sandoval leading Scotlandville 14-7. That's an earlier score. Still, we'll get an update on that in a minute. 2:14 left to go in the third quarter here, and Dutchtown has scored on 2 out of the last 3 possessions.
And, 3 out of the last 5, or 4 out of the last 5, and going back to the first half?
Yep, you're right. 3 out of the last 5 drives have been touchdowns. East Ascension 20, Denham Springs 14 with 11:52 remaining in that one. Going deep, and he's got him wide open. Dotter is going to take it. Oh, my goodness, they're just pouring it on. 44-yard touchdown from Clay Walker Vice to Zach Dotter.
That is a play, Jimmy, that's in a staple of this offense for a couple years now. And I've been waiting for it and looking for it, but I thought Prairieville had done a pretty good job of having a man over Dotter as the tight end. And I don't know if they went to sleep right there. I had to take a look at it and see if they were in a different coverage to leave that play open. And open it was.
It was wide open. Great job for Clay Walker Vice to recognize it, and a great job for Dotter to look it in and get it into the end zone. And Rutson puts it through the uprights, 35-7, just like that. 2:08 left to go in the third. Back right after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
The offense for Prairieville has not seen the field in quite some time. They've had one possession here in the third quarter. Watch the touchdown pass right here. Just floats it up there. Nobody around him.
Well, man, this game was 13-7. This game was 7-7 with 15 seconds left to go in the half.
Yep.
And you're talking less than 12 minutes later, and now it's 35-7 with Dutchtown missed a field goal and an extra point. This game easily could be, 38-7. Last year was 49-0, I think.
Yep, that's correct.
And I feel like Prairieville's better, but the onslaught is continuing.
Well, I think the one thing that DUTCHTOWN, and you see the running back here, he's got a little bit of running room. He'll be brought down by Braden Dunn and company, is that DUTCHTOWN's got to start off a little faster because they play a team that is a little bit better than DUTCHTOWN, or a lot better than Prairieville. I mean, that slow start can affect you down the line.
Well, Santa Maria was up, 14-0 early against Scotlandville, and they haven't done a whole lot since. And we're not watching that football game, but that's the early start that DUTCHTOWN can't get behind next week. 14-0.
Right. 2nd and 1. Quick pass. Undercut and just totally taken out his legs. He's going to lose a couple. Good job that time by number 1, Marcel Rizzuto.
Early in the game, we're talking about everything was in the playbook for Prairieville's OC. And now he's probably looking at his play sheet saying, what will work?
Loss of 2 on that last one. That was Steibel on the catch.
And Coach Harrow has been dialing them up.
Hanbury looks like he's coming hard. Quick pass into the flats. Tackled short of the first down. Cale Daigle, I think his first catch of the night tonight, and they're going to line up and try to go on 4th down. Going to try to draw him off and get him out of position. 4th and 2.
I don't think he made it.
Not from this angle. Huge defensive stop by the DUTCHTOWN Griffins.
And I told you, I didn't think Prairieville would cross the 30. Well, they still haven't crossed the 30 if I was right at the first one, because they didn't make it to the 29 on that offensive series.
Hard to run against A.J. Price, Drew Price, Carter Rentz, and Munson. So, again, DUTCHTOWN takes over in great field position at the Prairieville 30, making the 29-yard line. So the last 5 drives, Prairieville 33, touchdown. Prairieville 14, missed the field goal. Prairieville 48, touchdown. Prairieville 45, touchdown. And now they have it at the 29. Santa Maria up by 14 points, 21-7 over Scotlandville with 8:20 left to go in the game. Looking for somebody to throw to. Got him turned around. He had him. If he had just turned a little bit sooner, trying to get it to Hedden. 10 seconds left to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, when you're up 35-7 and you're feeling good about yourself, they probably all wanted that tent right there, telling Coach Janice, "Hey, Coach, I'm open. Coach, I'm open." They got a lot of kids in there. That was, Hedden carried the load early and kept DUTCHTOWN's offense on the field for early in the drive when DUTCHTOWN was struggling, and they were trying to reward him with a pass, and he was open.
Owen Fletcher's flanked by Mekhi Hill. Hill will get the carry. He will break a couple of tackles and pick up 5. Still moving the pile. The whistle hasn't blown. Still moving the pile. He got 5 and then 3 more for extra effort.
Always concerns me about when they don't blow the whistle like that, Jimmy, just for injury purposes, because you almost feel like somebody's got to fall down and grab around the feet, and they're going to be under the pile of about 12 people.
That does it for the 3rd quarter. We head to the final 12 minutes. DUTCHTOWN driving, leading 35-7. Back after this on the REV Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of DUTCHTOWN High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Advantage Physical Therapy, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Cypress Physical Therapy.
Ron Brown.
It is time to start the final quarter of play here. the Griffins have done a phenomenal job after really having a struggle in the first quarter. And they have really come on strong. It's been a great defensive effort, and they have basically made the Hurricanes pay for their mistakes is what they've done.
Yeah. We talked about one of the keys to the game was passion for Dutchtown.
Yep.
And I think, Coach Howard will probably tell you he didn't make any adjustments. He's calling the same things, but they're playing with a little bit different mojo. Ever since Dutchtown scored to make it 7-7 and really dominated. Prairieville probably has negative offense since it was 7-7.
They turned the ball over twice on downs early in the first half. And they're talking about Prairieville, and then punted 3 times, fumbled, and punted again. So, I mean, it's been a tough sled for them. They'll give the lead and hand off to Mackay Hill for the first down.
We're getting graded tonight. I just got a text message from my buddy Ron Brown, Jimmy. And I know he's not an easy grader. He's not going to be Clemson's head coach that gave himself a 58 compared to a 65. I think Ron's probably going to grade us a little harder than that.
Man, we got to up our game. I didn't know we were on grading scales tonight.
Yes, indeed.
1st and 10 for the Dutchtown Griffins, and they have it at the Prairieville 17. Dropping back, got a man wide open, soft in the zone. Complete to number 11. That is Malik Shahada. That's his 3rd catch of the year.
Senior, they're trying to get some of those guys in there. Number 17, the senior as well. He's in the ball game. Davron LeBlanc. The one thing, in order for us to get graded, they got to be watching and listening, Jimmy.
That's right.
So we'll take it. Give us all the grades.
100%. 1st and goal from the 6. England fires off the ball at center. Going to hand off to Becknell. Becknell will cut back against the grain and pick up a couple. Well, more than a couple. Got about 4. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 3. 6th play of this drive. It started at the Prairieville 29-yard line. It is Owen Fletcher at quarterback. He's been in for this series. They'll tighten things up. 2 tight ends. Handoff, and he's met at the line of scrimmage is Hill.
Great job by the Prairieville D-line. When you get down there, you kind of put your face mask on the ground and kind of dive through, and he was able to come through and able to get off the ground and grab a leg and hold on.
I think that was Gabe Ford. It could have been Brody Creel. All up on the defensive line. Brings up 3rd and goal. He lost a yard to the 4-yard line.
Got a Griffin down.
Uh-oh. We'll take a quick break. Hopefully he's okay. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
REV presents the Action Minute. Here's the Clinical Director of Action Therapy and Wellness, Haley Leindecker.
And I'm here to show you some of the services we offer to help get you out of pain and back in action.
Dry needling involves inserting thin, sterile needles into trigger points within muscles to release tension, reduce pain, and improve movement. It's highly effective for muscle tightness, chronic pain, and headaches. Joint manipulation. By applying a quick, controlled force to a joint, we can restore mobility, reduce stiffness, and relieve pain. Cupping therapy uses suction cups to increase blood flow, reduce muscle tension, and promote healing. With instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization, we apply targeted pressure to break down scar tissue and speed up recovery.
Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, occupational, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
Glad to see Andrew Kidd up on his own power and walking off the field. It's always a little scary down there when one of your linemen is down. That was Andrew Kidd, the senior. Brings up 3rd down and goal.
Works hard in the classroom, works hard on the field. You know, you get a lot of bodies down there, and people start diving at your lower extremities.
And they're not small people diving at you either.
No.
Half the time it's your own teammates just getting wrapped up. And it's going to roll out. He's going to take it himself. He sees the goal line, touchdown. He saw pay dirt, took it himself, and Owen Fletcher in for the 4-yard touchdown run.
Wow.
41-7. Rutson will attempt another extra point. He missed one, but then they got that 2-point conversion a little bit ago. Snap is up, kick is up, and he's got plenty of leg. Kids on the track go over their heads trying to catch it, and it is 42-7, 9:16 left to go here in this football game. We'll be back right after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of DUTCHTOWN High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SCC Heating and Cooling, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Hollis Orthodontics.
East Ascension up 26-14 on Denham Springs with 6 minutes to go. We have 9:16 left to go here in this football game. It has been a tale of two halves. I'm telling you, it is. Dutchtown got serious in the locker room. I don't know what Guy Mestred and his coaching staff told him in the locker room, but it certainly got him going. Only 2 offensive possessions for Prairieville in the second half so far.
And I know one they punted when it was like 4th and 20.
Yeah.
So that was a loss of 10. I don't remember the other one, but I know they hadn't crossed the 30 in my recollection.
You are correct. Rutson will kick this one away. It's deep. Collected by number 3, Nigel Turner. Turner cuts in the center of the field. He's got a little bit of running room and then runs directly into Jordan Odom.
Well, they had the 31.
First and 10 for the Hurricanes. Now it's about, I think, getting some positive plays. I do believe this game is probably out of reach for them to win, but they've got to get something to build off of going in to next week's ball game with Walker.
Yeah, and last week Prairieville was down the Riverside. I don't remember if it was 30-6 or 40-6, but they came back and made it. They scored a couple of touchdowns late, so they need something positive to happen for sure. And that's a good start.
You're right. Kelly keeps it himself, picks up 12. Skylar Kelly ran for 166 yards last week against Riverside, passed for 178. He does not have anywhere near those stats today.
Well, Scott Brumfield did the same thing we talked about earlier. Got to make a decision. I'm sure Coach Arrow will work with that because somebody's going to pick up on that. Option football, you got to be responsible. It's all about responsibility.
Coming in motion is Daigle, handing off up the middle. Nowhere to go, and it takes a couple of Griffins. Odom along with Drew Price in there. Price had him wrapped up, but Odom finished him off. No gain. He's got him, and then boom, Odom comes and puts a lick on him. Second down and 10. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage, making sure his offensive line is aware of what the situation is.
Did that a lot early. Hadn't seemed like we've seen that a lot since the early second quarter. You know.
Taj Wallace, we haven't seen him much. Well, we haven't seen any of the offense much in the second half.
That's true.
But he picks up 3, make it 4, brings up 3rd down and 6. He was effective running the football early in the game. Then has been, the defense has just made some adjustments and I think really just dialed up the pressure, dialed up. We're not going to let these guys run all over us anymore. Clock rolling at 7 minutes to go. Right in the middle, and boom, Braden Robichaux.
Yeah, they're not getting a hat on a hat because that was the play that went for a touchdown, I think, in the first drive, and it went nowhere.
4th and 6. They have not been able to convert on a 4th down yet. Wallace is in the backfield, flanking to the left for Skylar Kelly. Kelly drops back. He's got a little bit of time, steps up in the pocket, now dumps it off for a 1st down. 1-on-1, it's Daigle being tackled hard by Rizzuto, but it's enough for a 1st down.
Marcelo runs around, flies around back there and tries to pass lick. They had a privilege of teaching him as well. So he got to bring everything because he don't weigh much.
I got him listed at 165, and I don't think there's any chance he's 165.
So when he tackled like he's 180 on that play right there.
It's a hydration timeout, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at what happened in the last 5 years for Dutchtown. In 2024, they were 8-2, lost in the bi-district round. 23, they're 11-2, went all the way to the semis. 22, 7-4, lost in the regionals. 5-5 in 21 and 6-2 in 20. So the last 5 years they've gone to the playoffs, and we certainly expect them to do the same again this year.
Well, the district, you take Prairieville is still up and coming. They're not there yet, but the rest of the district, Walker's sitting down there at 1-2 at the bottom, and we talked about 3 losses Dutchtown has to them, and EA they win in this week, and they. Outside of a remarkable performance by Brother Martin with the wide receiver that may be one of the best in the country that caused them to lose that game, Santa Maria is leading the district right now. So every game here on out is a 50-50 game.
Yeah, we kind of haven't mentioned the fact that this is the start of district play here.
Yeah.
Okay, so there must have been a timeout, and then it crossed the 6-minute mark. Now it's a hydration timeout. You know what? We're going to take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the REV Game of the Week.
Athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Advantage Physical Therapy, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Cypress Physical Therapy.
First and 10 for the Prairieville Hurricanes. And they are moving the ball a little bit. Again, they had a good first quarter. Since then, Dutchtown has really made it difficult for them to move the football. But right now, they are moving the ball for the first time in the second half. Kelly calls for the football. Quick pass right through the hands of Hudson Detman.
Well, that was pretty fast.
Yeah, you got to catch that. I mean, it was right through his hands. He just took his eye off the ball, trying to make something happen after the run. I mean, after the catch.
Yep.
So it brings up 2nd and 10. Handoff. He's got some room. This is Taj Wallace. Wallace is going down the sideline. A big touchdown-saving tackle by number 1, Rizzuto. But not before he picks up 25. And there's a flag down. Could be a horse collar.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. Wasn't sure, but the other official ran over to him and whispered, hey, I think that's a horse collar, and he must have agreed. I don't think they're waving this one off.
No. It'll be half the distance in 1st and goal inside the 10. That was a big run for Taj Wallace. That's what he did in the first quarter.
Yep. Yeah. Prairieville has caught their breath on this drive. You mentioned the quarterback checking. He did that early and it was successful. And I don't know if he started counting again. I don't. And they must have given him some autonomy, or maybe two calling it.
Coming in motion, rolling to his right, looking for somebody to throw to in the end zone. It's caught. Incomplete. He was out of bounds.
Yeah, that was close. Because I don't see him looking at the sideline.
I agree with you. He did make the catch, but he was out of bounds. Good coverage by Melanson. Brings up 2nd and goal.
I was wondering if that ball was released a little bit late because it seemed like you may have argued a little bit of a push off at the top of the route, and when he came back, he was open for a split second. Talking to Mike Schmidt over there on the other side, explaining something.
Well, Mike's explaining something to him.
Well, he wants to talk to the white hat.
Paul Mayraw will come over and talk things over.
Yeah. The white hat keeps reaching, and all the referees, I think, in today's world have microphones and they talk to each other. Because he's not talking to the TV camera like us.
That's right. Wish we had that luxury. Next year's budget.
Next year's budget.
Clock's rolling at 5:30.
Well, I don't know who.
We can't quite figure out where the line of scrimmage is.
Looks like about the 11.
Well, the sticks kept moving, the down marker. We finally got it. Blow it dead.
But wasn't he down at the 6 when
He
it
was.
was that half the distance?
Yes, and it was an incomplete pass. Can't lose yardage on an incomplete pass. Last I checked. Rule CB subsection 6.
So maybe that's what Mike Smith. Okay.
So that's why I think there was some confusion with the the down marker, but they're still leaving it at the 11.
Half the distance. That 11. That means they was at the 22. That penalty happened at the 22-yard line?
I don't think so, but I don't know. Rolling to his left now, looking for something to happen. He's found a hole, still on his feet, getting close to the goal line, trying to push his way in. And the defense of Dutchtown is trying to hold him out, but they're still pushing.
I think he's in.
He's got to be in.
Everybody's in.
Unless they blew the whistle, which I didn't hear. Of course, we're not out there. I think they stopped his forward progress. Watch here. They're all pushing. And we have no idea where Kelly is.
He ended up in the end zone, and the sideline judge on the other side is the guy that must have stopped it at the 2-yard line and give it. But no, he walked in at the 2. They got the ball at like the inch-yard line.
All they need is a pig's whisker to get in the end zone. They just have to break the plane.
Well, Prairieville's saying we ain't running the clock tonight.
No. 2nd and inches. 11th play of the drive.
A lot of time left on the play clock, but
4 minutes left in the ball game. Skylar Kelly trying to get his troops up to the line of scrimmage and ready to roll. They've let a lot of time run off at this play. Rolling, throwing into the end zone, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, Jimmy, this is when fans in this situation go crazy when teams never get underneath the center.
I agree.
And
1,000,000%.
When you face teams, you got to take 2 D linemen and put one on each side of the center to make sure that the quarterback does not run center sneak. If he's not under the center, on the center, you don't have to worry about the sneak. So now you can get over the guards, and then you can take an angle in.
Great point. Stopped him short.
Touchdown. Called it on.
No, the flag down.
I would think there's got to be an illegal procedure. Like, are they going to pick this one up too, or are they going to?
It's been an adventure, man.
But the side judge on DUTCHTOWN side called touchdown. Illegal
shift backs him up 5.
And that's what I was saying. I called it a legal procedure, but it seemed like the motion guy, who they were motioning in to be the trap guy, seemed like he went forward early.
Well, you called it just right. Brings up 3rd down and goal from the 5 now.
Yeah, God, that when you don't get underneath the center and you roll out to throw it. Prairieville really needed that touchdown right there.
Blowing the play dead again. Procedure. Brings up 3rd down.
Think you're getting a good grade.
Oh, is that what that means?
I think so. When your quality points go up, that 4 quality points is better than 3 quality points.
I'm learning something new every day.
So no matter where you're at in the grading scale, if your quality points is going up, that's a good thing.
I'll take it.
0 to 1, 1 to 2. Delay
of game. So let's see. There's been 3 straight offensive penalties. It started. They had a touchdown. It was negated by the illegal shift. Then they had a procedure, and then they had the delay of game. So now it's 3rd and goal from the 16.
Well, you talk about inches don't matter. Well, they called him down inches from a touchdown before all of this happened.
And you're right. Go under center. You're in the end zone and you're kicking off already. 3rd down. Pass. Almost intercepted. It went off the hands of number 7, Chance Jackson, and it was almost into the hands of, I believe, number 10, Braden Dunn. 3:27 to go, and it's 4th and goal from the 16. 15th play of this drive. Started back at their own 31. It has eaten up a lot of clock.
And all the good things that they did, Jimmy, to get to the 1/4-inch yard line.
Kind of negated by those 3 penalties.
Yeah.
Rolling to his left, being chased. Skyler is going to just throw the ball away, and it's almost intercepted. Oh, man, Drew Price wanted that one.
On several big plays tonight, Prairieville rolled their quarterback out rolled him out left, which is not the natural side for a right-handed quarterback.
Braden Robichaux, had him wrapped up. He was just able to get the ball. If he's lucky as heck, it wasn't intercepted. Although it doesn't really matter at that point, but turn the ball over on downs.
We called his name several times. He's been in the backfield a lot. And he knows what the quarterback ate for supper, that's for certain. Couple first downs right here for DUTCHTOWN.
Handing the ball off. Nope, it's going to take it himself. This is a new quarterback.
My roster's wrong.
Watching here, he pulls it back. It's number 16. I have him listed as Adric Inman.
That's
senior.
what I got. But they have him as a running back.
Maybe it's a Wildcat. We'll call it Wildcat. How about that? So Inman out at quarterback. Mekhi Hill in at the running back position. And they're just going to let as much time as they possibly can roll off here. Picked up a yard. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, 7 seconds. They're going to try to snap it with 1 or 2. Good job.
Sheds a defender. Good run this time by Mekhi Hill. He'll pick up 5.
Well, I told one of my students I'd give him a shout out during warm-ups because he said he wasn't going to play. Number 82, Maddox Estelit, just rolled in the ball game. Wide receiver up top for the Griffins.
Go get him, Maddox. Brings up 3rd down and 3. Maybe 4.
Maybe I'll get cookies next week.
There you go. You all packed up and ready to go to Buffalo?
I'm close. I got it all laid out. Got the passport and everything ready.
All the way down, close to a 1st down, and I think he got it. Good job that time. A flag's going to fly, and that's going to be unfortunate because that'll stop the clock.
My alarm's going off in less than 6 hours, and I'm not home yet.
Not yet, brother. Let's sort this one out. It's going to be personal foul against the offense, against the defense, against Prairieville. That'll be a 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Ty Quibido doing a little coaching to number 55, one of his offensive linemen, Logan Bro. Well, Ty Quibido, that's his brother playing left tackle.
Oh, wow.
And they live in the Prairieville area, so that's where his brother's going. His mom and dad, I don't know if they got split jerseys or they decided, hey, big brother, you got your time. But I was able to coach Ty when he was a freshman. He's a good kid, good spirit about him.
Again, another run by Inman, and Inman will pick up 5.
You know, them young guys, they don't want to listen to coach in this situation, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner.
Right.
They want to run as many plays as possible. Coach, I want to play. Let's go. Let's snap it with right now.
East Ascension gets the victory, 26-14.
Moved to 3-1.
That is correct. They win their first district game. Coach Mathern's got them rocking and rolling over Denham Springs. So Denham Springs will fall to 0-1 in district. That was a little more than 5. I think they gave him 7, maybe 8. Brings up 2nd down and 3.
They're going to kneel on it right here, and this will be the last play of the ball game.
And they do just that. What a game it was. It turned on a dime after a good first quarter by Prairieville, and then Dutchtown just took control, imposed their will. I think there's a lot to build on for Prairieville, but Dutchtown's looking as strong as they should.
No, I'm kind of mystified at this game. It was definitely a tale of 2 halves, and Dutchtown looked like they're ready for the rest of district. They'll take next week off before they head big game. Sanoma.
Yep.
They've had some good ones recently. One of them not that long ago on this field came down to overtime. It's been fun, Jimmy.
It sure has, my friend. And of course, they do play the alma mater. Is that correct? They did that already, so.
Yep.
Let me tell you, it has been a great game. It's been a fun game. We sure appreciate everybody watching. I want to thank our great camera crew. We had a bunch of guys and girls up here helping us out. Tanner LaBeouf, Vincent Liu, Zane Chapoy, as always, Eric Brignac, Cameron Dupard, and, of course, our great director, Andre Chapoy. And in master control, our executive producer, who we couldn't do any of this without, Lyle Boudreau. Patrick, a great game. Hope you have a great trip to maybe get the Saints to score a little bit.
Hey, as long as we win by less than 16, lose by less than 16 and a half. Man, I think you got some good quality points on your grade tonight, Jimmy. Enjoyed it. Good job.
Appreciate it very much. That's going to do it for us. Dutchtown 42-7 over Prairieville. For myself, Jimmy Frederick, and my partner, Patrick Email. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next week on the REV Game of the Week.